Hi, welcome to today's Masterclass. My name is Kyler and I will be talking to you about the most fundamental jobs of any bassist in any jazz big band or jazz combo in the context of teaching you how to walk on a blues. So the two most fundamental jobs of any bassist is to provide a harmonic foundation to the group that you're playing with and a rhythmic foundation. When you're providing a harmonic foundation to your group, you are outlining the chords of what's going by. So in this B-flat blues that I have behind me, I would be outlining the chords of B-flat major, and then E-flat major, B-flat again for 2 bars, and then E-flat major for 2 bars, B-flat major for another 2 bars, and then we have this C minor chord down here, F major, B-flat major, and back to F major. And then you would usually go back to the top. So when you're outlining those chords, you're going to want to play the major chord tones for those. And those are going to be... So for every chord, you have a root note. And you can see that from just what the chord is called. This one's a B-flat. So the root note of this first chord is going to be a B-flat. And then for this one, it's going to be E-flat, B-flat again here, E-flat, and then for the C minor chord, just a C, and then an F, and a B flat for this last one. Oh, never mind, F here. So in these chords, there are 3 notes, and they compose a triad. In this first chord, we have a B flat major triad, and when you're playing in this key of B flat, it's really, really useful for you to know the B flat major scale. If you don't know what that is, I'll play for you now. It goes B flat, and then C, D, E flat, F, G, A natural, B flat. Now when you're composing a B flat major triad, you're going to want to start with your root, B flat, and then go up 3 notes in that B flat major scale, 2, 3, and now you're at D, so that's going to be the 3rd of your B flat major triad. And then you still need a 3rd note that's going to stack on top of those first 2 notes, and that's going to be what's called the 5th, and you're going to go 5 notes up the B flat major scale. 3, 4, 5, and now we're at F. And now we have our B flat major triad, which is B flat, D, F. So when you're outlining these chords, you're going to want to play those 3 notes. Those are the most important whenever you're walking on any blues, any chord, whatever. And I'll write them up here. Any chord, you have those 3 notes, which are your root, which is also going to be called 1 sometimes, and then your 3rd and your 5th. And this 3rd can be either major or minor, and we might get to that. So when you're walking in a blues, you're going to want to play these notes. They don't have to be in order, but for this demonstration, I'm going to play it the way I write it. So we've got our B flat, D, F, and then back down to D, because that's our 3rd. And I'll just demonstrate how that sounds. And now for this next one, E flat major, we're going to want to use the same formula to find our E flat major triad that we used to find our B flat major triad. But this time, instead of starting on B flat in our B flat major scale, we're going to start on E flat. So starting on E flat, we've got our root, that's this note. And then we're going to go up 3 notes, but still in that B flat major scale. So 1, 2, 3, and then you have your G. So the G is going to be your 3rd. And then to find your 5th, you're going to go up 5 notes, starting on E flat in that B flat major scale. Okay, so we got B flat on top, and that's going to be our 5th. And that's our E flat major triad. E flat, G, B flat. I'll just write it up here for you. And this is what this sounds like. Okay? And now when we get to these next two B-flat major chords, we can take the same notes, the same formula that we played on this B-flat major, and just copy and paste it right here. Oops, that is a D. And then for this E-flat major here, these two bars, still yet again, you can just play that E-flat major triad. So you got your E-flat, G, B-flat, G, and then E-flat, G, B-flat again. And then you can use, yet again, the same formula on this B-flat major here and here. B-flat, D, F, D. So just to demonstrate what that would sound like if I were to walk it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. And now we approach the C minor chord. And this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to teach you a walk-up that I use in most of my lines. Thank you. When I'm doing this walk-up, I'm always going to start on the root, which in this case is C, and I'm just going to walk up the B-flat major scale. So it's going to go C, D, E-flat, and then we approach a little problem here with that B-flat major scale, because if we were to just go to F here, it wouldn't really work out because F should be played on beat 1 here instead of beat 4 here. But I'll get to that. And then on this one, we're going to just keep going up that B-flat major scale. F, G, A. But as you can see in each of these measures, there's only 3 quarter notes. And in any bar of 4/4, as you know, there are 4 quarter notes. So we got to find a way to fill in this one here, beat 4, this one here, beat 3. In this walk-up, I really like to add what's called an approach note, which is any note that is a half step or a whole step away from the note that I'm going to. So in this case, I am starting on C and I'm going to F. But we've got a little bit of space in between this E-flat and this F. And then we also have some other notes that are above that F. Options for approach notes in this case, starting right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have this E natural that we can use because it's a half step away from F, E natural, F. Or we can use this G flat, which is a half step above F. It's pretty hip. Or we can use this G that is a whole step above F. That one works too. In this walk-up, because I like to keep the line going upwards, I'm just going to put in an E natural here. Okay? So here to here sounds like this. Now we still have one more spot to fill in with an approach note, and it is going to be this beat 3 here. I really like keeping my lines going in one direction when I'm working with like a specific idea, and this whole walk-up is basically an idea. So I'm going to put an approach note on beat 3, and that's going to be a half step away from this A natural. I'm going to put an A flat here. There are more options than an A flat. So starting on this F here, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is with the A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of an A flat, we could use a B natural, but that one's going to sound pretty weird and I don't prefer it myself. You can see that I don't even play it that often. Or you could use a C on beat 4 and move this A over to beat 3. So it would go like, and that one works pretty well. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to put an A flat. So starting from this walk up, I'll demonstrate for you what that would sound like going to this B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty cool. Now for this B flat major triad here, we can use the same formula we did here. The only thing that's going to be different is that this B flat is an octave higher above this B flat, but they're basically the same note. So you can just leave this B flat up here and then just copy these 3 notes, D, F, D, and just play them here. And then for this F triad, we're going to play an F major triad. And to build that, you're going to start on your F and go up that B flat major scale, just like we did with the E flat major triad and the B flat major triad. You're going to go up 3 notes, and then you have your third of the F major triad, which is A, and then to find the 5th, you're going to want to go up 5 notes. And that lands us on C. So you've got F, A, and C for your F major triad. And you can play that on the F major chord. So if I were to go from this C minor all the way to the end of this F major, it would sound like this. Cool. And now we have ourselves a fully written out bass line on a B flat blues. It'll work on any B flat blues you play ever in your entire lifetime. Yeah, I'll just play it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I haven't touched on it yet, but the second most fundamental job of a bassist is to provide a rhythmic foundation to any group that you're playing with. In the case of a jazz small group or a big band, anytime that you're playing a swing tune, you're most likely just going to be playing quarter notes. If you don't know what those are, that's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty simple, just what I wrote up here. I also just realized that I didn't fill these in. Okay, and the final thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about today is technique whenever you're playing the upright. And most of these will also transfer over to the electric bass if you're not playing an upright. So for your left hand, you're going to want to assume a C shape. And one way, if like you're just now approaching the bass and you're trying to figure out how to play with your left hand, one way to do this is just to like make a C in your hand, rotate it, and then attach it to the neck. It's really easy. And your thumb is just going to go on the back of the neck. You're not going to want to grab it like a baseball bat. That's just not good for form or anything, and you won't get a great sound either. So take that C shape, attach it on. And now for spacing of your fingers, you're going to want to put a half step in between these two fingers, and then a half step in between these two fingers. So your index and your middle, and then your middle and your pinky. So if I were just playing 3 notes on the A string down here, B flat, B natural with the middle finger, C with your pinky finger. Now whenever you're pushing down to make a note, like this B flat down here, you only want to push down just so far that the string touches the fingerboard. You don't want to press down any harder. You won't get a loud sound or anything. Ron Carter once told me that through the internet. But yeah, you just want to push it down until it touches the fingerboard. That's all you need. Just to demonstrate that a little bit, this is what it sounds like if I push down the string just until it meets the fingerboard. And then this is if I was just like pushing down as hard as I can. There isn't a difference in sound, really, and it's not going to make it project anymore. Now for your right hand, you're going to want to keep it close to the end of the fingerboard. One exercise that I like to use when I was first learning it was to extend my right hand and then just drop it. And wherever it lands is going to be where you put your right hand when you're playing. So for the thumb, I like to put the thumb on the side of the fingerboard. I like to keep it there. Some people might do this, but it doesn't usually work out. And when you're plucking the strings, you're going to want to use a large chunk of your finger as well, unless you're playing in an orchestra, but we're talking about jazz right now. You're going to want to use a large chunk, and you're going to want to pull the string. You're not going to want to pluck it up like you're popping the string, like if you're slapping, but you're going to want to pull it. That'll give you the most full sound, and it'll give a big sound because you're providing a rhythmic foundation for your group. If I were to just practice this on a B flat, practicing my plucking method, and there you have it. Thank you for watching this masterclass. I hope you got some information out of it, and I hope you have a great day.